Hey everybody, good morning. I'm working in here because Josh is actually on a meeting this morning. I woke up extremely unmotivated, unproductive, so I signed myself up for a spin class this morning, and so I'm gonna get ready, head to spin class, and then get into work. Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about motivation. Motivation station, choo choo. Talk to me nice. Talk to me honest. Motivation is something that people feel that they have to have in order to work. They need to be inspired. They need to have this burst of energy, this hype around what it is that they're doing. And that really is never the case, regardless if your job is something that you love doing. There are aspects to every single job that we don't like. Comment below what yours is. I'll share you mine. So if you don't know, I have a digital marketing agency where I help brands win online through social media, websites, all sorts of stuff. I really do not like posting. I post for so many different accounts on so many different platforms every single day. It does not use my big brain capabilities doing it, so I am looking to hire for that potentially. So that is something I don't like doing. It's extremely tedious and I don't like it, but I know that I have to do it. So whether I feel like doing it or not, I do it, which brings me into my very first point, and we are going to be going over 5 strategies on how to get work done even when you don't feel like it. So the first one is, do not base when you're working, how you're working, on how you feel. Oftentimes people will be like, oh, I don't feel like working today, I'll just get it done tomorrow. And then they'll binge Netflix. And I say that because I've been there, I've done that. I feel like a lot of people have, especially right now with everybody working from home. Well, that does not actually make me feel any better. And the next day, after waking up from doing something like that or not working when you don't feel like it, you're gonna feel a lot worse than if you just actually did the work. So instead of saying, I don't feel like doing this today, just say, I have to get these things done. Which actually brings me into point number 2, which is reward yourself when you get these things done. So if you are somebody that wants to watch Netflix, or you wanna binge YouTube or get on a Twitch stream, use that as a reward. So if you have all these tasks to do, but you would rather be watching Netflix, some show that came out, or your favorite YouTuber, instead use that as a reward, because remember, that content that they create or that's on Netflix, it is gonna be there when you're done with your work. Guarantee you. So use the things that you would rather be doing instead of work as a reward for when you get done with work. And hopefully, if it's that big of a reward for you, it should get you motivated to get your work done and get it done faster. The next one is break out your to-dos into actionable steps. A lot of times people will make a to-do list and it will just have very generic things that they have to do. So back in my programming days, we used a tool called GitHub, and you would have a task or an item on there, and then you would actually have to break it out into check boxes of what actually took up to get that task done. I use that same strategy for my work today. I have to post on social media for all my clients. That sounds so daunting, right? So what I will do is I break it out per client, and then I break it out per platform. The reason why that is a win is because you are actually going through and checking off those clients and those platforms as you do them. So it really makes you feel like you're doing more. So break out your to-dos into actual actionable items and write those down so you can check them off or type them out into your Todoist or whatever type of app that you're using to keep track of your daily tasks. This is a great one, and this is very much for the mental side of things, not necessarily the actual doing side. So one thing that I have been trying to get better at, and that is reminding myself of where I was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Reminding myself how far I have come in this life and in my career and development as a person, and that sort of, I don't know, like it kind of pumps you up, you know? There's not gonna be a lot of people that are cheering you on in life, like for real. So you need to be your own cheerleader and remind yourself of how far you've come and be like, you know what? I can do this. Like, look at all the stuff that I've accomplished in the past year, the past 5 years, or maybe it's 10 years for you. That you look back and you actually take pride in the work that you've done. And that pride builds up the, you know what? I can get this done today because I've done so much more, or I've done all this other stuff. And I know that if I get this done now, future Brandy is gonna be really happy and pleased that it's done. So use your past and use how far you've come as a motivation to keep pushing forward and to keep going even when you don't feel like it. Because we all have those days, so do not think that you're alone and that you watch all these people like motivate, motivate, motivate. No, like everybody has days where they don't want to, but they know that they have to. So use your past as a way to motivate yourself for your future. Which brings me into my next point. Think of where you want to be in the future, or think of things maybe that you want in your future, whether that's kids, maybe you want to get married, or maybe you want to pay off debts. I feel like a few of those are mine. Maybe you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to start your own business. If you're watching this, maybe you're trying to become a full-time freelancer or an entrepreneur. You have a product idea, you want to get it off the ground, but you know that you need to actually learn how to program or learn how to design to do that. Those things and those motivations are gonna really, really help in those times where you don't feel like it. And I know that we've all been, well, I can do it tomorrow or I can do it the next day. No, because every single person has the exact 365 days and the exact 24 hours. And it takes all of those days to make up a year. So it does matter what you do every single day. Consistency is key. I tell this to everybody who always asks, well, I'm trying to build a brand, or I want to grow my Instagram, or I want to do this, this, and this. And I say consistency. Obviously figure out how like the different platforms work, but consistency. Create content every single day if you're trying to be a content creator. If you are trying to build a software tool or a software product, learn the best languages and frameworks to build that product. Or become friends with those people, and maybe you're the business mind and you can actually hire those people to help build that product. But you have to have an understanding of that first. So think about where you really want to be, whether that's in your career, your personal life, your financial well-being, whatever it is, really use that as a tool for motivation and think about it. Write it down, have it posted next to where you're working. I have quotes down here on my desk that I look at every single day, especially when I don't want to work. And I swear I go through stages where I have great weeks, I have great days, and then there's just a day where I wake up like today not motivated and I have a ton to do, and I just think, okay, well, where do I want to be? Where do I see my future self in a year? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you probably should create a YouTube video, or you should do your work for your clients so you can get more clients so that they're successful and they can be a case study for you to get more clients like them. So it all really comes together when you really think about where it is that you want to be and the steps that you're taking every single day to get there. Alright you guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was not even just motivating, but informational, so that you know that you have these tools and these strategies that you can use when you wake up feeling like you don't want to get something done. Please like this, please share this, please comment below. If you have any topics for videos that you want me to create on, I take those very seriously and I create them. So let me know if there's something you want me to touch on. I'd be more than happy to take a look at it and plan content for it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.